or ensaladang kamatis, sibuyas with red egg. And then this is the twist here. It's actually tzatziki that I put some ripe mangoes in. So the objective here is I want to be able to let some people try adobo with fruit, a mango, or diba? Kasi yes, most Filipinos enjoy eating savory food with fruit, but I think to the other half it's quite offensive, and most especially to the foreigners. So they find it really odd that we eat our banana or mango with our ulam. So this is a subtle way of letting them try it. And then, so this is one of our latest products. It's our laing version. So before we launched it, we parang launched named that laing contest. So underneath is the laing, the leaves, and then what we did was we made a rice disc, and then we wrapped it with nori seaweeds, and then we grilled it. And then we put another layer of laing, and then our coconut sauce. And then this patty on top is actually a shrimp patty that we fried. So, because there's different versions of laing, diba? It's either, mostly we use pork, but since we're already heavy on pork, so I wanted to put a seafood version, and then we infused it in the laing concept. So that's why it's all more or less all seafood. So the nori, and then the shrimp patty, and then the laing sauce again, and then on top is the root, the taro root. So here for our laing version, we utilize both the root and the leaf. So, and then that's our pad thai, our version of pad thai, which is a favorite in our catering menu. So here, and then we're set to bring out a few more dishes. We really bring it out in batches. So next thing that we're set to bring out, which was actually featured na in Jessica So's unang hirit, is the papaitan pie. We've already developed it. We made it into a pie. It's like we presented it like an English pot pie. So it's in a casserole. Then we put the papaitan inside, and we topped it off with a dough. And then we serve it with toasted baguette. So we sort of elevated the papaitan and made it social and called it papaitan pie. So it's something really fun because I really wanted to serve it with a bread, because me personally, I don't eat papaitan with rice. It's really more or less pulutan. So there. And then we're set to bring out a version on sisig. So we call it baked sisig cannelloni. So we turned it into a cannelloni, which is a baked dish, and then a pochero, and a few more other things, especially the dessert department. We're gonna bring out a version of halo-halo, sapin-sapin. So here, basically, that's the idea here in Neil's Kitchen. We wanted to make the food, of course, visually attractive for Instagram purposes. But more than that, we wanted to retain the integrity of the dish, but presenting it in a whole new modern way, because after all, what we really need to do with the Filipino dish is really be able to bring it to the next level so that it can compete in the world stage. Everybody can notice it's not just slapped in a bandejado for family style. It can be quite as attractive as any dish out there in the world, because I believe we're probably one of the best eaters in the world, the most diverse eaters in the world. I believe in that. So our food deserves to be on top within the top 10.
Sir, so what do you call your food? It's Filipino fusion.
No, it's I call it Filipino modern Filipino comfort food. Yes, I don't I never really wanted to add the term fusion to my dishes because um uh when you say fusion, then it's really a mix already of different cuisines. My objective here is really to introduce our cuisine first. So if I do fusion, then most foreigners will get lost further on what our dish is really all about, right? It's just that why I have a lot of foreign sounding dishes here, like paella, and all of those stuff. If you look back in history, we were colonized by the Spaniards for 300 years. Alongside the Spaniards, we are also colonized by the Americans. Chinese presence has always been here, and the Japanese. Diba? So it's actually we're a melting pot of different Asian cultures. There's no real Filipino. I don't think even adobo is really purely Filipino. So that's been my interpretation. It's actually whatever I ate as a kid growing up in the house, whatever was prepared in the house is ours. It's Filipino. If you go to Pampanga, there's so many foreign sounding dishes, but we all own it. Even pancit canton, di ba? It's not Chinese, it's Filipino. So that's the interpretation. It's anything that we really is in our culture, anything that is always being served in fiestas, birthdays, parties, etc., we can call our own.
Some of your food is like deconstruct.
Yes. So what I did was I deconstructed it and I reconstructed it in a whole new manner, with really paying attention to details of how it will improve the dish. But I wanted to retain the core essence of the dish. So, for example, I did not vary the flavors. In fact, what I did was I tried to enhance it further by taking it to the next level. So, for example, to cook the sinigang paella, we cook real pork sinigang with the works, with everything, including all the veggies. And then we puree the soup, and then that's what we use to cook the rice. Yes, the slowly. And then for the beef naman, beef. And then for the salmon, salmon. So each dish is really designed to highlight the main ingredient.
The inspiration, sir. Saan yun?
Uh,
Is it a family tradition? Or
Probably I've been cooking since I was a kid. Now maybe the inspiration really I got it from living in the States briefly, in California. So I lived there for 2 years back in 2007, 2008. That's where I saw the need to really introduce our food. Kasi when I stayed in San Francisco, California, so probably the highest concentration of Pinoys in America. In fact, di ba, there's a city there called Daly City, and it's actually called Adobo City because if you're there, parang it's like you're in the Philippines, and yet